Hey, St. Louis, check out our new podcast, New to the Lou, sponsored by Evergreen Resimercial Realty.
And hosted by me, Erica Willis, and my husband of 25 years, Keith Antone Willis Sr.
And welcome to the first podcast of New to the Lou. I'm Keith Antone Willis Sr.
And I'm Erica Willis.
We have been married for 25 years as of July 12th. 25 of the best years of your life.
So you say.
So I say, well, listen, a lot of folks have been asking us, what is this New to the Lou? So we just thought that after 25 years of marriage, and by the way, you're going to see some pictures from that phenomenal weekend, July the 11th through the 14th.
Yes, it was.
You had a pretty good time?
Yeah, had a great time.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're going to show that video of some snapshots from that weekend. We had a comedy show that benefited the Saturday Academy boys, and also Slaco, which we both have a relationship with Kevin and Kimberly McKinney. But yeah, it was a great weekend. So we have that video coming up a little bit later. So why don't you tell folks what they can expect from New to the Lou?
Well, thank you for asking. We are going to explore anything new that's coming to St. Louis. We're going to explore any new businesses, restaurants, anything, even though we are very much involved in real estate, but real estate is tied to everything, right?
Yeah.
So we are going to shed some light on it all. So I am so excited to showcase our city in this way.
And the other thing that we'll do as well is we'll go look back over our 25 years and take you to some of our favorite restaurants, some of our favorite places that we like to go. As Erica said, we are in real estate, so we'll go to some of the neighborhoods and we always type it out. So we'll go to some neighborhoods that are exciting in St. Louis that we like to visit or that we think you should know about.
Yeah, absolutely. We have, because there's a lot of development going on. There's a lot of reimagining of several neighborhoods, and especially in areas that you didn't think anything was going on and that had been divested from, and that is literally being breathed back into life. So excited to share all of these good little nuggets in our city.
We'll take a quick break here, and we'll come back with more New to the Lou.
was just a magical weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
you really, I was a guest at my own party, but you did an awesome job. That brass band, we love live music, and that brass band was everything. I mean, and that's how you start a party. That's how you set the tone. You get your guests ready to let them know what was coming up, and that you did. It was awesome.
Yeah, and being able to have friends from all over the country come in, from as far as Philadelphia, Los Angeles, Gary, Indiana. Your brother and his husband drove up from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Our kids, a couple of them came up from Houston with our in-laws, and our youngest son came over from Indianapolis with our grandson who picked him up. He came in from Columbus, and our granddaughter. So we had people from all over the country to come in and celebrate that magical 4 days.
All of my besties. I was so excited.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just awesome.
Yeah. I think everybody had a really good time, and so that's what it's all about. Family is everything. Family is very important to us. We figured
It's
this
the
first.
foundation.
Oh, absolutely. We figured this first segment. We would talk about our family and bring you into our lives, and we'll get to talking about some of the neat stuff in St. Louis, and of course our favorite places and all of that. But we wanted to do something a little fun for this next segment, and it was giving us an opportunity. We know each other after 26 years, but we want you to kind of get to know us. So I'm going to interview Erica here and ask some questions. Here's the St. Louis question. What high school did you go to?
Well, that's a loaded question for me. So I can say a high school. However, I only attended that high school for 2 years, and then I transferred to San Francisco, California. So, what was that high school? Berkeley Senior High. So, repping Berkeley Bulldogs, whoop, 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 for St. Louis area. But I actually graduated from McAteer High School in San Francisco, California. So, repping both of my high schools. Yes.
Okay. From there, McAteer, you decided that you wanted to go to college, but you had a different reason for wanting to go to college.
Well, actually, I was the first. I was the first grandchild to attend college, so it was very important to me. I mean, I was an honor roll student all through school. So, it was important for me to make sure that I go to that next level, which was college. And so in my essay, I remember writing that, yes, I was the first generation granddaughter to attend college. So that was very important to me.
And you went to UC San Diego,
UC
University of
San
California.
Diego,
San Diego.
yes.
What did you like about UC San Diego? I mean, what was the attraction? Was it just to get out your mama's house?
The weather.
Oh, okay.
If we want to know the truth, because actually I was a journalism major, and UC San Diego is really geared more towards sciences. If you're going to be a doctor or some kind of scientist or something, great school to be in. Journalists, not so much. But you know what? I said, because that campus was so beautiful and the weather was just like springtime all the time, I made it work.
Okay. And from there, you had an opportunity from San Diego to move to Los Angeles, California.
Well, fun fact, I actually thought my husband was in LA. So I had done 10 years in San Diego. I had graduated and kind of hung out, but wasn't really happening on the dating scene. So yeah, I moved to LA for a change of pace. And like I said, I thought maybe my husband was there. So lo and behold, I packed up. There was nothing holding me to San Diego. So yeah, I moved up the coast a little bit.
You spent about 8 years.
No, 4.
4 years in LA?
4 years.
4 years.
I've heard
in
you
LA.
say that before.
I've said 8. Where did I get 8 from?
I have no idea.
You probably said it somewhere.
No, I did not.
No, you probably did.
I did not.
You did.
I think you
I
got
know
the
you
8
did.
from because I moved here in 1998. Maybe that's the 8 that's sticking in your head. I don't know. You're wrong. 4 years in LA.
Okay. What did you do in LA?
Actually, that's really where I got introduced to the real estate industry. But I did it on the flip side. I actually sold mortgages in addition to doing real estate. So I got my first license out there and everything. So California was my first stomping ground in the real estate industry.
Well, we're going to save that whole story about real estate and the businesses, the number of businesses and entrepreneur adventures. Shirley would like to say that. We'll save that for another episode. I think this one we really wanted to kind of just get to know you.
Well, we don't know about you though, Keith.
Yeah, but that's going to be in the next segment. I'm going to let you interview me in the next segment. So
Okay.
for this segment, we're getting to know you.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, listen, we're going to take another break. When we come back, Erica is going to interview me. Welcome back to our third and final segment of New to the Loop, where each and every week, every Thursday, there'll be a new episode. My wife and I have 25 years. We can finally say that, 25 years as of July 12th. We'll be your co-host, and we'll take you around some of our favorite places here in St. Louis, new places, neighborhoods. Of course, we're going to talk about neighborhoods and real estate because that's what we do. And we'd like to thank our sponsor, Evergreen Resimercial Realty. You'll hear more about them at the end of the show. But you got to have a sponsor to pull this off. And as we grow, we'll get more sponsors. But right now, we just thought it was important to kind of have a podcast that highlights what we love. We love St. Louis. We've done Who's Who in Black St. Louis for 10 years. We've done Who's Who Diversity and Color for 5 or 6 years. And so we live in the city. Our business is in the city. We play in the city. And we've raised our family here in the city of St. Louis. So St. Louis, we love you. So now Erica gets to be the interviewer and I'm going to be the interviewee. What do you want to ask me?
So, fair question, back to back. Where did you go to high school?
A funny joke. I was at a Super Bowl party when I first moved here, and they asked, everybody was talking about high school, and I just jumped up. I said, well, did any of y'all go to college? I thought I was going to get the snot beat out of me. So they said, no, yeah. So they kept talking about high school. So they finally asked, what high school did you go to, Keith? I said, Rosati Kane. And the guy looked at me all cross-eyed.
Did you know what Rosati Kane?
Yeah, I did. So when he looked at me, he said, man, that's an all-girl high school. I said, that's why I went there, right? So they kind of laughed, cut the ice. I think I saved myself a butt whooping, to be honest, because everybody thought that was funny. And so they thought, oh, he's funny, man. And they start calling me Ohio player. I went to high school in a school that's been closed now for a few years in Columbus, Ohio. The name of the school was Brookhaven. It was a predominantly white high school. I thought my dad didn't love me because he sent me to Dominion, which had even fewer African Americans, but he said he wanted me to get a good education. I'm like, dude, I think you hate me. This was back in the 70s when race broadcasting school in the country, as a matter of fact.
So we were talking about high school.
Right, this is my high school. If you the first radio and television broadcasting high school in the country was Fort Hays. We were in the first original class. We graduated. I went there my 11th and 12th grade year. And President Jimmy Carter actually, for the ribbon cutting and the opening of this school, came. And
all these years, I never knew that.
I know, but I'm sharing with you now. And so it was founded by the late Jack Gibson, an African American. So it was set up like a campus. We had a performing arts campus, which has the theater, dance, and the radio TV station in it. We had a little 3-watt radio station, TV. I learned how to do television production there as well. And then that was in one building. In another building, it was all the business related tracks. And then in another building, it was cosmetology, the people, Manny Petty, stuff like that, and nursing and stuff like that in that building. So it was a very unique. It was way before its time, and
Clearly,
no, it
because
was.
they're just now starting to do stuff like that.
I know. So I graduated from Brookhaven and from Fort Hayes Career Center in Columbus, Ohio.
Awesome. So how did you end up here in St. Louis?
I tell people that St. Louis really saved my life. I was running from some negative activity I was involved in, and I just got tired, and I said, I want to do something different. And back in 1989, I moved here in November 1989. I said, I'm going to give this popsicle stand 2 years, and I'm out. Well, still here. A wife, 3 kids. I'm still here. And so I've actually lived in St. Louis, Missouri longer than I did Columbus, Ohio, my hometown.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what made you stay though? What was the glue to make you stay?
It's funny because my late friend, Stu Berry Love, I used to always call him and say, hey man, this is the land of milk and honey. Ain't nothing funny, it's about getting money. I just found so many opportunities. I got involved early in my stay here at St. Paul AME Church. Reverend C. Garnett Henning, who died as a bishop, and I was involved with the St. Paul Saturdays Boys Program, and just start meeting good people and new opportunities start happening for me. And so 26 years ago, I met this little gal with a little smile, and I said, maybe I can stay. Because before I met you, I was really contemplating moving back to Columbus.
Well, before I met you, I was on my way to Houston, Texas.
I know. I know. So that's really what helped. And so we started a family, and we started several businesses, and we had great opportunities. We've been able to find a good church home over at Shalom, and I just think that at the end of the day, that's what really made me stay here in St. Louis. Now I know somebody wants to move to Houston, but I think we can live both places.
Both places.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think we can live both places.
Because in the summertime, it literally feels like you're being punished down there.
Yeah. It takes the breath away.
It really does.
And I don't like all that weather that comes, what do you call them?
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes,
yeah. Because, we have tornadoes here, but we can go down in the basement, watch a movie, or get quiet and let it pass. But you're in the element there. So,
yeah.
Something to think about.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Well, that was kind of a long segment. So,
it was?
Yeah, it was. That was a lot. So I thought that was
well, okay. All right, so you say it.
Do you want me to ask you something else, though? Is there so much you want to...
No, if you think that was it, that was it.
Well, I gave you just as much time as I had.
No, I think you had more time.
You think so? I don't think so.
I did.
Okay. So again, is there something you wanted to cover that was not covered?
This is going to be on the blooper reel.
Yeah.
No. I think the only thing I think you should just tell.
So let me ask you this though, in all seriousness, because you mentioned AME Church, and I know how special that is to you. How soon did you get involved in that once you moved here?
So I moved here in '89, and I got involved with. I started going to St. Paul AME Church in '92, and so from '92 to almost when I met you, 1999. I was a member there at that church. I was on the board of trustees. I was a Sunday school teacher for the small kids. And then eventually I became executive director of, in '94 of St. Paul Saturdays, a manhood leadership and development group, which is still around. They're celebrating now they're called the Saturday Boys Academy because of some crap with that preacher over there. But I was involved with them. I was executive director for 10 years. and was able to take those kids all around the country on annual trips. They just took another one. They still do that, where they take them on college trips every summer. And they went down to Jackson, Mississippi this past summer. So the tradition lives on. They're still doing it. I'm
That's
glad to
awesome.
see it. Yeah.
That's awesome. Because I remember when we met, the sky was the limit. And anything I asked you, you were gung-ho to give it to me, with the exception that on Saturday mornings, from 9 to 12,
right.
That was a non-negotiable. And I mean, so you were very, very dedicated.
Built my life around that.
Yes.
And that was every Saturday. That wasn't just a once a month or once a quarter or when you want to. Every Saturday, except for the Saturday before Easter and the Saturday before Christmas, because those were like religious kind of holidays. We met, and I took that very seriously for 10 years.
Yes,
I built my whole life around that.
Yes, you did.
And so I'm seeing the fruits of my labor. I mean, I have young men who are doctors, lawyers, politicians, movie makers, so yeah, that was a very, very important part of my life, and I'm very, very proud of that work that I did with St. Paul Saturdays, as well as the work that I was able to do over at Emerson Park and help young people get high school diplomas. So that's just a part of who I am. That's my DNA of helping people. And now I get to do it on a different level. I get to go over like the Better Family Life, and work with their entrepreneurial class and go and speak and as an adjunct professor at the community college to teach sales. I'm a second generation salesman, and so that's what I love. I love that stuff, and
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something that we have in common. I love to teach. I don't ever want to be a gatekeeper of information. Right? Anything that I can share, because you and I, we live by a mantra that what's for us is for us. So it is okay to share information with others. And I think that's something that we both have in common, because we both speak and teach at various times, and that's just something that we love to do.
Well, I think we went a little bit over our time, but that's okay. It's our show. And we can do what we want here at New to the Lou. That's my beautiful wife of 25 years. I can say that, man, I didn't think I'd do anything 25 years but live, not alone be committed to a woman who is not only my wife, but bestie and business partner. And as you can see, I will get on her nerves a little bit sometimes. But I think that's a part of life, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Everything is. I mean, the weather gives us great days. And sometimes we have great times. So,
yeah. Well, that is going to do it for segment 1.
That is Keith and Erica in a nutshell.
Yeah. We kind of let you come into our personal lives there. But I think it's important that people know who we are, know a little bit about us. Some people, you even found out something. I found out something. I thought you were in LA for 8 years and you were only there for 4. You found out I went to Fort Hays Career Center and you were like, oh no, we're talking about high school. So this was kind of, and this is 26 years together. So
that just shows that it's always something new to learn, no matter what. As long as you're breathing, it's always something new to learn. Yeah.
So that's going to do it for episode 1 of New to the Lou. We hope that you will catch us on what platforms?
Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, all of that. We have go out to the Evergreen Resimercial Realty YouTube channel. Each episode will be up there every week. You'll find it on our Facebook pages and on all of our social media.
Yes.
And you'll see that scrolling across the bottom there. Our website. We'll have it out there for everybody, and we hope that you will come in and join us. It's a new episode will drop each and every Thursday. So our next episode, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
Because
we're going to give them a little teaser.
A little teaser?
Just a little.
Okay. Nolans. We're going to be taping in New Orleans. We're going down for a real estate conference, part of NARAD,
which is the oldest African American trade organization in the country. And what does NARAB stand for?
the National Association of Real Estate Brokers.
Yes.
And so my wife happens to be the past president of the local NARAB. Now you're working on the PR committee for the national NARAB, right?
Yes.
And so we're looking forward to it. It's always a good time, and we'll be taping our New to the Lou in New Orleans. So
and whatever we take, we're always bringing information back to help the Lou. So even though we're going to be outside of the Lou, the information that we're going to bring home is going to help the Lou be that much better. So it will be a New to the Lou.
All right. See you next week.
See you later.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
Mm. All right. That was good.
Okay.
New to the Lou is sponsored by Evergreen Resimercial Realty.